But when a smack-off champ calls the program, I put aside what I want to hit, and I go right to the phones. This guy was the champ back in '01. At least I think. I never really know. When I see Silk Bra on the phones, I never know if it's Silk or the fake Silk. Or the fake Silk. Let's go to Huntington Beach. What's up, Bra?
What's up, brah?
That's the real thing. What's up, Silk?
How was your Thanksgiving, brah?
Good, dude. How about you?
It was good, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you and the crew because, once again, I used the beautiful Masterbuilt smoker you guys gave me and did the 25-pound bird in there with a mix of cherry and applewood, and I threw in a little baked mac and cheese in there, too, brah. It was super
incredible.
Sweet, brah.
Right on. Good job.
All right, listen, brah. I love Yogi Roth. The guy surfs, but he's got to know better. He's judging this Helton decision in a vacuum. Is Helton a nice man? Is he a good guy? Sure he is. Everybody says that. Has he been dealt a bad hand with injuries and things? Sure. Are they showing improvement? Yes. But, Bri, you know this too. It's not just about that. It's about L.A. It's about filling a 90,000-seat building. It's about the pipeline from Mater Dei and Bosco and places like that being turned to the SEC and no longer going to SC. It's about the boosters. It's about the license plate frames. Yogi's great, but he can't go to these boosters and season ticket holders and say, Clay Helton is locating his chakras and you guys should meditate and go surf in San Sebastian. That'll work on me, bro. I'm not an SC fan. I went to the Harvard of the West Coast, Cal State Long Beach. But you can't look at it that way. It's Hollywood. It's not good enough to take 4 years to get better and then start to compete. They'll give someone a couple down seasons, then they want national championships right after that. So seeing Ed Orgeron's success, the Peterson decision, and listen, their administration's been a mess. It's a private school. What are you going to do? But, brah, Yogi, I guarantee you his platitudes and analysis, while it may be correct in a vacuum, is falling on deaf ears up in Trojan land, brah. Listen, have a good weekend. I'll be at Javier's this evening for a happy hour, brah. Talk to you later.
Nice job, Silk. Well done. Straight take Silk.
Brah.
You clones would probably say, yeah, that was good. Much better than Silk brag last time. In fact, Silk was so straight, he forgot to do what he does with Alvin at the end of the phone call.
Brah.
But it's better than the fake Silk. Although many of you feel like the fake Silk is always better than the real Silk.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
You know, actually, Silk's right. And he's not. But he is. He's right. Yogi Roth nailed that take about Clay Helton and USC and what Helton's meant to them and why that was the right move to bring him back. Like, I never argue with Yogi when it comes to college football. Or really anything. I hold Yogi in the highest regard. But Silk is right when he says Trojan fan doesn't give a damn. Trojan fan doesn't want to hear about any of that. He's right, but it doesn't mean they're right. He's right about them. This is what I tried to say the other day, and a couple of you Trojan fans came up in here and said, come on, Rome, peel back the onion. Come on, Rome, do your research. What I said to you was this. I know you're upset. I know you're pissed. I know you don't want Clay Helton. I'm not even saying that Clay Helton is the best that you can do, although he's much better than you're giving him credit for. What I'm saying, Trojan fan, is if you thought that it wasn't going to go like this, you're not paying attention. Herb was not coming. James Franklin was not coming. And the reason for this, and especially as it relates to Herb, he was not coming because there is a $20 million buyout for Clay Helton and his staff. They were not going to write that check. I don't care how rich your boosters are, how badly you want to win, how badly you want to be like the way it used to be with Pete Carroll. Nobody was coming in there and scratching $20 million worth of checks for this guy not to coach. That's point number one. Number two, it's a scandal-ridden you right now. You've got two different federal investigations ongoing right now. When you look at Herb and his past, there was no way they were going to bring him and drop him into that situation. You're just being absurd. You myopians are not being pragmatic or realistic. The guy was not coming. Even Silk right there just said, what about Chris Peterson? Does Chris Peterson look like a Hollywood guy to you? Does Chris Peterson look like somebody who wanted to come to L.A. and deal with that? No, that's not what he's about. That's not his deal. So what I'm saying is, I know you're pissed. I'm not saying you shouldn't be pissed. I'm saying you're not being realistic at all, and you have no idea what's going on in your own backyard if you really thought Herb was coming. If you've been paying attention for the last several weeks and months, you would know there was no way that guy was coming off of the set and dropping down to take care of your program. They weren't hiring him, and they weren't going to write those checks to make Helton go away. And yes, I understand you're pissed that Ed Orgeron's not there and that he's killing it right now. USC fan really is the best. Dropping Orgeron when y'all wanted Sark over him because Sark was so much sexier than Orgeron. I don't remember all you Trojan fans being up in arms for Ed O. It's so USC of you. Very rich. Now you're all coming back. The same ones that wanted to get rid of Ed are like, hey, man, what about Ed? We could have had Ed. You mean the same Ed that you bum rushed out of town when he wanted to stay? You always want the other sexier option. But now you're doubling back with your revisionist history. Oh, yeah, we could have had Ed. You didn't want Ed at that time. Ed didn't have the look. Ed wasn't sexy enough for you back then, but Sark was. How'd that work out? I'm not saying that Helton is Pete Carroll. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he is better than you're giving him credit for. But what I'm saying most of all is, man, stop with this nonsense about we could have had Herb. You weren't getting Herb. He wasn't coming. He didn't want you, or they didn't want him, but it was clear he was not coming. Why are you so surprised by that? And again, I'm not emotional. I don't give a damn. I just don't care. I didn't go there. I don't care if you win. I don't care if you lose. I'm totally objective. But you're not.